Hello, here I am again. It's been a crazy week. I've had the longest work week, but it is Friday. And you know, that's okay with me because I needed to work to get some money to buy this Akai Force because nobody's giving me one. So I gotta buy that sucker. But yeah, NAMM's been really exciting, right? Like a lot of cool stuff coming out. I've been following all the updates, so that's awesome. But this video is about making a DJ mix for YouTube. And so several weeks ago, I wanted to do a little experiment where I made a DJ mix that I was going to put on YouTube. And my experiment was like, how do you put a DJ mix on YouTube and not get it taken down, basically? Because that's been my issue in the past. I'm sure a lot of you have dealt with that, whether it be on YouTube, on SoundCloud. I want to share my music with people. Well, it's not my music. I want to share my mixes with people. And like, how do I do that? I mean, the whole notion behind music or being a DJ or putting these mixes together is just wanting to share that love of music with the rest of the world out there, and to also try to promote yourself as a DJ, as somebody who's, you know, taking these song choices and mixing them together and creating this feeling, you know, throughout the duration of this mix. So I put a mix together, and I wanted to tell you how you can do it too, to be able to post it on YouTube and not have any issues. Now this video will show you how to do that, but also it's important to keep in mind you're not going to be able to monetize this video, this mix, because it's other people's music, right? It's not your music, so it makes sense that you are not going to be able to monetize somebody watching somebody else's music. This is strictly to make a DJ mix, post it on YouTube with some visuals, and have it there for the world to listen to and to appreciate. And hopefully, if you keep doing something like this, you know, people will find you, especially with keywording. That's going to be really important too. I'll link my mix up here in the card up here. I haven't gotten that much visibility, and I think it's because it's, number one, I only have one mix, right? I'm not like creating this, you know, rolling ball of mixes for YouTube to pick up and say, hey, this girl puts DJ mixes out. When somebody's searching for certain keywords, right, you have to sort of set that foundation to get that notice, to be noticed by YouTube, to throw you in front of other people. But you know, so I'm not trying to put this out there saying like, you make a DJ mix, everybody's gonna find you. I'm playing with that, trying to figure out, well, you know, are people going to enjoy something like this? But if you look at the market of like type beats and study music and lo-fi, people who have those channels have created a niche. And I do believe, based on searching on YouTube, that other people who have DJ mixes have definitely created a niche. And you'll see, if you put in, you know, house DJ mix, club DJ mix, you know, hip hop DJ mix, or, you know, whatever you want to search for in YouTube, you're going to see some top hits up there that come up with, you know, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views. I do think it's probably difficult to get that level. You're going to have to post a lot of mixes. But this video is not about that or getting there or how to do that. This is about how you can make a DJ mix, get it posted on YouTube, and legitimately not have it taken down by anyone. So let's hop behind the computer, because that's what part of this involves. It involves taking some time to put together your mix. So let's do it. All right, so here we are in YouTube. So you're gonna go to your YouTube page, and then you're gonna go up, you're gonna go to your creator studio, and this is where I'm gonna show you the magic here. You're gonna go over to create, you're gonna click on music policies, and there is this whole database of music that you can look through, and you can find what songs are available for worldwide use that you will not get a copy strike from. And let me show you what I mean here. So this is just what shows up on the first page. So let's look at Gangnam Style. It says if you use this song, your playback is viewable worldwide, but ads can appear. So that means that you can use that song in your mix, and I'm laughing because I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I can't stand that song. But you could use that song in your mix and you wouldn't have any issues. So how about Turn Down for What? Let's take a look at that. Again, if you use this song, it's viewable worldwide. How about some Dr. Dre? Let's see about that. It says this song is not available for use in your YouTube videos. If you use it, your video may be blocked or muted. Now, these are the songs you do not want to use, okay? Like, you totally don't want to use this song because it means you're going to put your mix up and somebody's going to take your mix down because you don't have copyright privilege to that music, and the people who do are telling you basically don't want anyone to put it on here. So these are just all the things that showed up on the first page here, but let me show you how this works here. This 2 Chainz song is not. So, I mean, you may very well like set up a mix that you're thinking of making with all of the songs, like the new songs that you're so into, and find out that only 2 of the 10 songs you picked you can actually put on your mix. So that's the one downfall. But so what I did, and I just want to show you like how I basically did this. So let me actually open up Tractor. And so what I did is I went through some of the songs I wanted to play, and then one for one, I searched for them in this database to see whether or not I could put them on my mix. So it's time consuming, it's tedious. Yeah, that sort of stinks, but at the end of the day, the benefit is you get to put the mix together and you get to put it on YouTube. You'll find that there is no rhyme or reason as to what songs are allowed or what aren't. I mean, really, it's just the copyright holders that have made the decision to not allow it to be used. It may be because there are a bunch of people in play that own rights to the song. I don't know what the different reasons are. I think that it feels like it's catching on more and more for people to allow you to use their song because they're able to get monetary compensation every time that video plays, and it adds up. So my library is like huge, so it's taking a little bit of a while to load here, but let's see. So for example, like I'd look through and I really like this song Sticks and Stones by Stephen Link. It's actually in my mix. So I would put in you can either put in the song title or you could put in the artist. Once you start doing it, you'll see that sometimes it's easier to put in the song title, sometimes it's easier to put in the artist, depending on how many things come up for your search. So you put it in up there. It takes a little while. It must be a big database. But see, I put in the name Stephen Link and I pull this up and I have the Pretty Pink remix. So I click on this and it says it's available for worldwide playback. So that means I can use it. So the other issue that you will see, and I don't know if I'll be able to find one, is you'll see a song that will come up and it'll say that it's not available worldwide. It's available in 200 whatever countries, but it cannot be seen in South Africa, Denmark, and Germany. All right, I'm just like making that one up, but there are ones that will come up like that, and it's random. So then you have to make a decision and say, all right, do I really want to use this song? Because if I have got somebody in Denmark that's, wants to listen to my mix, like they're going to be a little bit PO'd that, maybe I'm telling them, hey, go listen to my mix, and they can't. I think I sort of like the way I went about that is I just made the decision, like what countries is it not allowed in? And are those like really huge countries? Sometimes you would see, you would put a song in here and you'd see it's available in every country except the United States. So for me, I'm in the United States. I'm like, well, that's not going to work. But you'll get to see it. And it like there are some like I did all house songs, so you'll see like a lot of these songs here are actually, I don't know, some older house songs. They're all over the place. But I found that a lot of the house songs I was looking up, as long as it wasn't by like it was hit or miss, but some of them that were like major commercial ones, like they were not allowed. But really a lot of these I didn't have an issue, which was like super exciting for me. And so then you may be thinking, well, okay, like I do hip hop, like maybe there's no hip hop ones. And I did just show you the Dr. Dre, but I was surprised because I don't know why this came up, but I had put in like De La Soul, like just, I don't know if it just had popped up or I'd put something else in. And this is one of my favorite songs of all time, All Good. I don't know if this is allowed. Yeah. So this song, De La Soul here, All Good. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. It's like, I love that. Seriously, it's one of my favorite songs of all time. With Shaka Khan. It's awesome. So that's available worldwide. I don't know why. It's funny that that's the only one coming up, but that's a good example. And let's see, here's the Gorillaz. See, this one's not available. I wanted to try to find one that was, but here, Bob Marley and the Wailers, like, I mean, that's Again, you're probably not going to be putting that on your mix, but there are some really big, well-known, artists who are available to, like here, Q-Tip. Let's see what that says. Viewable worldwide. Here's a De La. So yeah. So, it's not just like, who else can we put in? I don't know. Let's see. Well, here's a Beyonce song with Jay-Z. Viewable worldwide. Here's, Umbrella, Rihanna. That's huge. Can't use that song. So you may find that you're going to go through here and you're going to find songs that you can't use. But think about how many songs there are available to you as a DJ. For everyone you can't use, you'll find 3 more that you can. So now that you've got this set and you go and you make your mix, figure out, okay, these are the songs I can put on my mix. Go make the mix. So the next question becomes like, okay, so like, how do you get those visuals that people use to make it look interesting for somebody to be watching it? So let's talk a little bit about that. There's various ways to do it. I don't use Adobe Premiere, but you can use that. You can go and you can get different clips. You can record, random screens on YouTube, like old movies, or there's a ton of things you can do to get visuals. You do want to be careful because you don't want to be using any copyrighted material as visuals for longer than I Google it, but I usually see people use it for a few seconds and it loops, but I'd be concerned about that. I mean, there's the capability to get footage and material that isn't necessarily copywritten that still looks good. My solution, and again, there's lots of solutions, maybe this is for another video someday, but my solution, what I use, and I don't even actually have it on this computer because it's funny, I actually don't have it on this computer because I mostly do it on my laptop, and then I take all the stock video and then I end up doing it on here. Basically I do it on my laptop, then I export it, and I just have a whole batch of different videos I can use on here that I end up using. But so let's do this. I'll show you what an example of what I'm talking about in terms of the visuals, and then we'll go and I'll show you what I use. So this is my mix. I put in Blake Hart House Mix. That's how I found it. It's this weekly essentials mix. So this is what it looks like. Actually, I want to turn the sound off. I have this little thing going in the background. I put like a visual over it, and I just did this in Final Cut. It was, nothing special. Threw it in there, looped some of this stuff, and put this text over it, and then just, drug my sound file in there. So this is what I use. This is Resolume. It's an amazingly powerful software program that is actually used for a lot of live concerts to do all the graphics that you see that play, all the visuals that play during the concert. It's really, really robust. It's probably more than what you need or what you want, but this is what I use to do my graphics. And then on here, what you can do is you can actually purchase footage too. So this is, you can go take a look at Resolume. I'm not sponsored by them. I paid for my software. I just think it's one of those lesser known things. Like if you're not in the know, you probably don't know about this software. Price wise, I actually forget what it costs. So let's take a look at this. Resolume Arena is like if you're running a ton of screens, like you don't need that. It would be Resolume Avenue for one computer, so it's €299, which is, I don't know what the conversion rate is, but I think it's probably like low 300 and something. And now they've actually have free training. For a while you had to pay for it. I have to go through this training because this program does so much stuff. So basically you can put graphics in there, whether it's your own pictures, whether it's stock footage you bought, and you can completely manipulate it. You can add effects to it. You can add transitions to it. It's pretty wild. You can have it go to the BPM of the song that's playing. They actually sell on here. Whoops, I think it's under footage. They sell a lot of stock footage to buy, which people make, which is really cool stuff, but it does get pretty pricey. This is the one I have, Dash Bass. I mean, there's so many different cool ones to pick from, but I have this one, and you can see how it gets pricey because 1080p is $79. So yeah.
but it's really cool. Like this set comes with, I don't know why. Oh, it just shows up down here. Like, so you get all these different types of footage, and then you can further manipulate that in the program to create your own visuals. So it's a really cool software program. I know there's other alternatives to this. Yeah, there's other alternatives. There's a lot of ways to get to the same place, but this is how I make my visuals. So I wanted to share that with you. That pretty much sums up what it takes to make a mix, get it to play on YouTube, don't get a copyright strike, and and have some visuals that go, behind it so it's not boring, because the whole idea is, you want people, the idea would be to be creating mixes that people are going to actually play, and listen to like full through because they like your music and they like your mixes. And when you have a visual behind it like this, it just gives it gives people like more of a reason to just like, sit and chill with it, right? If you look at like a lot of the study music channels, they, have like the different illustration things going on in the background, and it's just eye candy, right? I mean, it's eye candy. I would say for anyone out there, if making something like this is your blocker, right? If that's your blocker, don't worry about it. You don't need an illustration. Just start and put like your logo just up there for the whole video, right? You don't have to have anything that moves. There's no requirement. So don't let this be a blocker to you. I know that when you're starting something, it can be a little overwhelming to put all the pieces together, because I've been there, and that's where I like to like drill in and figure stuff out. That's why I like doing these videos. But don't let this be your blocker. Let this come later if it needs to. I hope this video was helpful to some people. And hey, if you make a mix and you post it on YouTube, put the link below. I'd be curious to see what you guys are coming up with. And I'll see you again soon.